much, and thank you all. What a warming view this is to look out over you. You warm the hearts of all here, and certainly this member of Congress. I'm pleased to join my colleague Nathan Deal, who harkened back to that incredible Christmas Eve night with Washington's troops, and you think about how cold they were. I think about how cold they were and the sacrifice that they gave. I tell you, this Wreaths Across America is becoming a wonderful, special annual tradition, and I'm so honored to take part. Each holiday season we have so very, very much to celebrate, but it's also great that we're able to come together every December to celebrate the lives of those who allow us to enjoy this time of year free and prosperous. Last year, across this land, we had over 300 events just like this. And this year, you can be proud to be part of over 400 Wreaths Across America events where we recognize the commitment and the memory of our fallen service members. The program has an incredible, remarkably important mission to remember and to honor, and as has been said, to teach to our young people. It allows us to pay tribute to those who have fought in generations before us, to pay respect to those who are defending freedom yet today, and to educate America's next generation, our children and our grandchildren. Each year we gather, it can be certainly a solemn occasion, for we remember friends and uncles and fathers and sisters and sons and granddaughters whom we have lost. But among these headstones and among these memories also swells great pride, just as it does whenever a member of our armed services is laid to rest. A pride that comes only from knowing that each individual man and woman here made a sacrifice, some the ultimate sacrifice, to defend and to celebrate the ideals and the values that we cherish as Americans. And that's why we're here today, to remember and to give thanks. Thanks for these sacrifices and thanks for the unfathomable courage. I know that each of us around our Thanksgiving dinner tables recently said a blessing for our troops. This year I was so proud to be able to have the opportunity to go to Afghanistan and enjoy Thanksgiving dinner with our troops, many of them from the 48th, 3,000 plus of whom come from the Georgia National Guard, and it was an incredible honor and privilege to join them for Thanksgiving. We had Thanksgiving dinner at Camp Phoenix outside of Kabul. 8 members of the Georgia National Guard so far will not be coming home to join us, and it was a remarkable privilege to stand before their memorial at Camp Phoenix and give tribute. They're remarkable men and women, and they embody all that we would hope for in our military men and women. But as Nathan said, we must also remember that it's not only those in uniform who sacrifice all across this nation. Families, wives, and husbands, and children, and parents are preparing for the new deployment of a loved one. They're packing bags, and they're cherishing time together and making arrangements for the months until that important member of their family will come back home. Having just visited one of our battlegrounds, I know well that they face enormous challenges. It's clear that there are people in this world who do not approve of our society. They do not value life or liberty. We are their stated enemy, and chaos is their goal. But if history has taught us anything, it is that their hatred will never match our resilient conviction and ability to overcome for what is good and what is right. Even though the challenge of our soldiers is great, our troops do not lack any commitment. They do not back down from their mission. They seek only to ensure our security. They simply honor their duty as a member of the greatest armed forces that the world has ever known. An armed forces that represents the greatest nation that the world has ever known, and a nation that symbolizes the greatest force for peace that the world has ever known. Each soldier understands that men cannot be free without sacrifice. As Thomas Paine said so many years ago, those who expect to reap blessings of freedom must undergo the fatigue of supporting it. Freedom and liberty, universal virtues, but they require willful protection. But we're also here today for those who have fought and served who came home. I want to thank each one of you here today that carries the pride of being a veteran of the United States military. One of the great privileges of my job is to not just travel around our community and our district, but also around our state and our nation to thank those veterans who have served. And no matter where I find a veteran, no matter their age or where they served, the recurring sense of pride of service is inescapable. They accept our gratitude, but they don't solicit it, and they're often embarrassed by it. They simply feel that they did their jobs, just as those did before them. The selflessness and the humility is inspiring. But we know that they did much more than just a job, and we should always strive to repay them. But how, might you ask, can we repay them? It's not just a hypothetical question. All year long, we can give them thanks for those who fell and those who are still with us. All year long, we can repay the favor through remembering, through offering thanks, through making donations, through volunteering, and not insignificantly, through living every day with a true appreciation that we live in the nation that has provided more opportunity for more people than any nation in the history of the world. We can repay them by living out what they made possible. For as John F. Kennedy said, the cost of freedom is always high, but Americans have always paid it. And one path we shall never choose is that the path of surrender or of submission. What an incredible honor it is for me to be able to join you today. I thank all of you who are here, and I thank those who, because of their service and their sacrifice, are not able to be with us today. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you so much.